Hi everyone, my name is Maria Corazon Abelos. I am 23 years old and I will be representing the city of Mandaluyong. One fun fact about me is that I actually lived in Spain for a year. I was lucky enough to teach English to Spanish children, and while living there, I also learned a lot about myself, and I was able to develop my sense of independence. And I think while living in the Philippines, a lot of you know how sheltered I was. And one of the things that I learned actually while living in Spain is I learned how to cook. But the only thing that I can make are pasta-based dishes, since those are the easy ones to make.
Is do you think that women who undergo cosmetic surgery to compete in pageants have an unfair advantage over those who do not have any work done?
I don't think that women who have had plastic surgery have an unfair advantage because they did that out of to feel more beautiful. And why would we feel that? Why would women who haven't undergone anything feel insecure about it when being beautiful comes from the inside, and it is just how we radiate and how we show our confidence that we are beautiful.
At the height of what you think is the best year of your life, you have to decide between two very challenging events: facing financial bankruptcy or getting your heart broken. Which would you choose?
I would rather feel getting my heart broken, because in that way, at least I know that I still have my finances, my financial capability to go on with my life and to feel and to buy the material objects that I need in order to feel the comfort that I need in my heart. Thank you.
Lastly, how has the pandemic challenged you?
During this pandemic, my family has been through a lot. And one of those things are we lost my grandmother at the start of the year. And we learned a lot from it because, well, I personally learned a lot from it because through that, I learned that I should cherish my relatives more, my friends and family, because you don't know what can happen. I mean, life is very fleeting. And if we don't cherish every moment and we don't appreciate our close.
Thank you so much, Corinne. Hello, Bea.
Hello everyone, good afternoon. I'm Beatriz Luigi Gomez. I'm 26 years old and I'm from Cebu City. I love sports and my favorite game is volleyball. And when I have a free time, I go to the beach and I do scuba diving. And when I want to spice up my workouts, I do a few rounds of boxing, and I do most of these things with my girlfriend, Kate. We've been together for 6 years, going 7 in a few months. And in the height of the pandemic last year, we adopted a Pusang Pinoy and we named him after a chocolate bar. His name is Twix, and I'm very obsessed with my cat.
Bea, if you had the opportunity to live for 200 years, would you do it?
If I had the opportunity to live for 200 years, I would definitely do it. In just a few years' time, we try to crunch everything that we can to be able to do a lot of things and imagine the things that we can do if we live for 200 years. So I definitely will.
Do you think that being a role model gives the people the right to know everything about your personal life?
I believe they only need to see the goodness in me and not literally everything, especially not my personal life, but they just have to filter out the things that they can learn from.
Lastly, how has the pandemic challenged you?
The pandemic really did challenge, especially my mental health. In the past year and this year, I struggled a lot, and I wanted to overcome all of those weaknesses, especially my social anxiety. I had overcome it in Binibining, Cebu. And when we were in a lockdown, I was forced to retract from society again. And now I'm glad to be able to be in front of everyone again through Miss Universe Philippines.
Thank you so much, Bea.
Thank you.
Rastri from Cebu Province.
Hi, maayong adlaw. I'm Steffi Rose Pearson, Abirastri, proudly representing Cebu Province. So things that you should know about me is that I'm an island girl. So I really enjoy swimming with the fishes. I even saw a pregnant seahorse, and at the same time, I swam together with treasure sharks. Can you imagine that? Aside from that, I love visiting the farm, and I even vaccinated thousands of chicks. And lastly, I'm a Sinulog dancer and a woman of God. So that's it about me. Thank you.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate your beauty and why?
For me, I rate my beauty, of course, 10. I'm really blessed at what God has given me and also my parents because of that. For me, beauty is about being comfortable with your own skin, like knowing and accepting who you are. For me, that's really beautiful. And beauty is skin deep. It's not just about the physique, but it's what's really in here. For me, that's beautiful. That's why I rate myself 10. Thank you.
Do you think there should be stricter censorship on social media because of widespread misinformation, defamation, and cyberbullying?
For me, I totally agree with that. With now me as a social media person, as a queen plus Tindera, I've always been into social media. And it's really important for me to filter what I post and what I share. And now people are taking advantage of the disadvantages of social media. Like, we have to remind ourselves and put a borderline for us not to hurt other people. And remind that to make use of the social media the way it is designed.
How has the pandemic challenged you?
Okay. This pandemic, I've encountered so many problems, but I rose up and stand with this challenge. With this pandemic, I learned so many things, like the value of communication. Before, I never really asked someone, how are you doing? But with this pandemic, people mean so much to me. That's why with this pandemic, communication, life, and time itself is so important for me. Thank you.
Thank you, Steffi.
Thank you so much.
We have Maureen Krista Robowitz from Pangasinan.
Hi everyone, I'm Maureen Krista Robelwitz. I'm 23, representing Pangasinan. I describe myself as a third culture kid because I was born and raised in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, to a German dad and a Filipina mom. From a very young age, I've been very aware of different cultures and religions, which helped my cultural sensitivity, but gave me a lot of stories to tell. According to my friends, my favorite way to start a sentence is in Germany, in the Philippines, and Saudi Arabia, because I've lived in all those places. Some people may perceive me as shy, but once I start talking, especially if it's something that I'm passionate about, like acting, makeup, travel, there is no end.
How would you describe your beauty to a blind person?
I would say that the beauty from the outside is not as important. What is more important is the beauty from the outside. And my beauty is I am kind despite my bad experiences in life. I've experienced so many things, but I wouldn't want anyone else to experience that.
It is often said that high risk equals high reward. What have you risked in pursuit to become Miss Universe Philippines?
I have risked my mental health. I've had a lot of struggles with my mental health, but I know that this journey will make it all worth it. I know that despite my struggles, I'll be able to overcome this.
How has the pandemic challenged you?
The pandemic has challenged me in a way that I have gotten so comfortable being an introvert. So this one is another challenge, getting out of my comfort zone again, and really utilizing my platform to inspire so many.
Thank you very much, Maureen. Velasquez Vincent from Cavite.
Hi, I'm Victoria Velasquez Vincent, representing my beloved Cavite. I am an architect and a heritage conservationist, and aside from being a lover of all things visually creative, I'm also a lover of poetry and anything underrated. So whether it be the food that people typically don't like or the places less traveled, you will always find me going against the grain. I am a Virgo, and the epitome of a Virgo at that, which means I'm obsessed with being organized and solving problems and nurturing the growth of those around me. Fun fact, you will never find anyone with a better memory than me. Whether it's your birthday, your phone number, or what I had for Christmas lunch in 2012, you best believe I will never forget it.
Victoria, would you rather be an Olympic gold medalist or Miss Universe?
That's a hard question because either way you are bringing so much pride to your country. But for me, I would have to say I would rather be Miss Universe because the prestige that lasts with Miss Universe is so much stronger than what lasts with an Olympic athlete, in my opinion. And with Miss Universe, you only have to do it once and you bring so much pride to your country. Whereas with being an Olympic medalist, you have to keep improving. Every year you have to do better and better. So for me, yeah, I think I'd go with Miss Universe, but also because I'm not really that sporty.
Now, global warming has caused dramatic climate changes worldwide. As a beauty queen, how will you help in protecting our environment?
It starts with the changes that you make in your own personal life and then extending that and using the platform that we have in Miss Universe Philippines to encourage other people to do the same thing. So for example, for me, I have actually converted to being 90% vegan because I know that animal agriculture contributes to so much of the issues that climate change causes. And so even that minor change, I know I'm contributing to such a large issue, and I know that I can use my platform to encourage other people to do the same.
How has the pandemic challenged you?
Above all else, the pandemic has challenged me in a way that has made me both stronger and more independent. I spent the first year of the pandemic in New Zealand and had the privilege of having that safety and security, but I still chose to sacrifice all of those things and relocate to the Philippines in January. And if there's anything that journey's taught me, it's that you might need to make some sacrifices along the way, and you might need to give up on so many things and let go of so many things in your life, but you should never let anything, not even a worldwide pandemic, get in the way of your dreams.